Hey, I'm here from Review Outdoor Gear, here to do a review of the Zeus Marmot jacket. We're just out here in Spokane, Minnehaha Park, having a little hike out here. So this jacket is a down-filled jacket, 800 fill. It is designed for mid-temperature ranges. It's not for very cold situations, but right in there about 0 degrees Celsius, maybe -10, -15, depending on how active you are. It's all depends on your metabolism and how hot you get. But if you're out there active, you don't need much else than this, even during a really cold winter day. Of course, you have some layer here underneath to get you a little warmth, and you always layer. You guys know that. So I'm just going to show you an all-around view here of this jacket, how it looks. It's pretty puffy looking, as you can see. It's very light. It's only 15 ounces, but it looks like it weighs more. It looks like a really heavy jacket, but it's very light, very compressible, very comfortable. It's got the angel wing movement from Marmot, so you can raise your hands up. It doesn't restrict any kind of movement. I've actually put on like a minimalist rain jacket on top of this from Marmot, and it actually fits very well under that. There's no restriction of elbow bending and all that kind of stuff. It's got these sections here where it's sewed like that so that the feathers don't move around inside. And actually, they're not really feathers. They're down. And there's a little bit of feathers, a tiny amount. They usually mix in a couple feathers into the down. The material here is denier, nylon. It's ripstop. It looks it feels very thin, but it's quite resistant to being torn. Of course, if you try really hard, you'll get it to tear. It's got these elastics here on the wrists, so it keeps the wind out or the cold out there. It's also got down here zippered pockets, hand warmers, very nice and warm. Inside the zippered pocket, it's got these little strings and little elastics that when you pull them, they go under here, and they actually allow you to tighten the waist band. So I'll kind of let it go here so you can see how that works. So right now I have a little space under here, but when I pull these tight, it'll actually cinch that waist down, and that's very nice. You don't have to play with anything on the sides here. It's not a one-sided thing where you have to pull it and redistribute the way it spreads. You just pull right out of you just grab those two things and pull them out of your pockets, and it's got that tightening going on there. Zippers are very nice. This coat is water resistant, so the zipper is very tight there around the cloth. The fabric comes really close together. Same with this zipper here. Also up here, when you get to the top, it's got a thing to prevent you from catching your chin in the zipper. This goes right up there. Very nice collar, goes high up here. It's like a scarf, very nice and warm. I've been wearing this coat for a couple months now on these cold days, cold mornings, and it's just great. So the build of the coat is very nice. I'm really satisfied with it. It does occasionally let out a couple feathers here and there, and it is down, 800 down fill, but they still do have a couple feathers in here. And occasionally, try to find one now, but occasionally it'll let out a little feather here or there. I'll show you here. Very minor. So you can see, like right here. Here we go. Here's one. That's nothing. It's just a tiny one. And it's pretty much unpreventable. I mean, there's where you have a thread going through the fabric, you can't not have thread. So where there's a hole for the thread, it will occasionally let out a feather or two. So it's got the Marmot label here in the back. Here's how it looks kind of when I take it off. Inside, it's got a little hanger. It says 800 fill. This is the medium. So this jacket also compresses down into its pocket for storage. If you're taking it backpacking or just storing it in your car or something, you don't want it to be laying around really puffed up. Its right pocket here has a double zipper snag, and what you do is you just start back feeding the jacket right into this pocket like this. So I'll show you how compressible this is. It looks like a big jacket, but once you start squishing it down, you notice that it's actually quite small in terms of how well you can compress it. So I'm just doing a sloppy job here, but let's see. Just like that. And then you zip it up. So there you go. And I mean, this is pretty compressed. You can even compress it beyond that. Something about that big. So there's a whole jacket right there, puffed into there, and then to take it out, very simple, very easy. Just grab it, pull it right out. Pulling it out is actually a lot quicker and easier than putting it in. Reverse that, and there you have it. Ready to go in a matter of seconds. And you see how fast it expands, how fast it looks puffy. That's that 800 fill down. It's good stuff. Here you have a big pocket that's 2 sections, so you can put, you know, a bottle to keep warm in here. You can also put an umbrella or something into this one. So it's one like this, and then there's one like this here. It has a division in the middle here. So that's nice to store something on the inside. So far I'm satisfied with this jacket. I'll put in the comments if there's something with it that I don't like, but so far it's been great. I want to explain what 800 fill down means. To test this, you have a cylinder, you put in 1 ounce of down into there, and then they measure the amount of volume that 1 ounce of down takes up. And in 800 fill down, 1 ounce of down fills up 800 cubic inches of volume. They also do it with grams and milliliters or cubic centimeters. So you take 1 gram of down and put it into a cylinder and measure the volume it takes, and it takes 800 milliliters. So if you know like an Nalgene 1 liter bottle, almost full at 800 milliliters or 0.8 liters would be 1 gram of this down that's in here. So it's very, very lofty. It really expands and fills the volume into which you put it. And this means that it's very compressible, so you are able to compress it down, and it's very light for the amount of dead airspace that it can contain between the feathers. And the way this stays really warm is it traps all the air right in between all the feathers to keep you warm. So the price of this coat is about 190 bucks, 195 or so. It comes in a couple colors. This is the black or charcoal one, I think. It comes in a blue color, and I think that's the 2 colors that they have. So there you have it. If you have any questions about it, just go ahead and ask me, and I will try to answer those as soon as I can. And you can click on some of the other videos to watch other reviews of stuff. So thank you very much. I hope to see you soon. Hope you enjoy the video, and subscribe. No, don't subscribe. Well, I guess maybe subscribe.